JC Flowers, Andrew Karp, and Dylan Busby. Coach, would you like to go ahead and start us off with an opening statement?
I was telling Stan and Ramona when they were greeting us coming up the steps that I don't think in all my years have I been involved in a ball game in which the highs and lows were so close together, and yet these guys, along with 25 others, never folded up or felt sorry for themselves and kept battling. And the fans were treated to a heck of a ball game. We all were treated to a heck of a ball game. Something that you wish you could live with this one for a week, but less than 24 hours from now, we line up to play for the right to go to a super regional. So we know that nothing is guaranteed, but this ball game was one that was, you might say, one for the ages. So it was a heck of a ball game. Very proud of our young men.
Questions for Coach with the student athletes?
JC, did you see that it was going to hit you and brace for impact, or what's going through your mind when that pitch hits?
Just to give my team a chance to win, at least put the ball in play or get hit by a pitch. So it hit me, and we have a right to play for a super regional. So.
How do you feel right now? I know it's been kind of an up and down last month or so of the season for you.
Just trying to stay low, and I'm just happy we're still playing.
How much, JC, do you have the single in the first game? How much does that give you confidence to then come up next time, get the sack fly? Then, to have more confidence to play tonight, how much does that carry over when you kind of break through after the drought that you were on?
I think it gave me a bunch of confidence just to keep battling out the plate and believing in myself and my teammates standing behind me.
Was that the most bizarre walk-off celebration you've had?
Oh yeah, definitely. That was not what I was picturing in my mind, but it got the job done. So.
You guys were a strike away from winning it tonight, and then they're a strike away from winning it. What are those emotions like when you're so close to Drew getting out of that and you winning, and then 5 seconds later you're down 7-6?
Yeah, you just gotta take deep breaths and be calm. There's so many innings where we scored 4, 5, 6, 7 runs this year, and I just told Drew on the mound as I came in, we're one-run ball game. How many times we scored 1 run this year? It's not a problem. But just lock in, get this guy out, and then let it give us our chance for our 3 outs, and we'll see what happens, and it worked out.
You've had 600 at-bats in your career. Were you nervous? That could have been your final at-bat of your career here.
I was more nervous the first one, so I guess that's a good thing. My first at-bat here. I thought that one could have been my last. So I was talking to the bat. I said, "Hey, we can't go out with a strikeout or an out, so we got to do something here." And she paid off for me.
Dylan, home run you hit the hardest ball you've ever hit?
It's got to be close, but probably last 2 weeks ago at Louisville was probably the farthest one I've ever hit hardest.
The one in the ninth. Did you think it was out off the bat? What was going through your mind?
No, just 3-2, trying to stay short and just put the barrel on it, give us the pass on the next guy. Kind of got to roll up the barrel a little bit, but hit it pretty good. And I knew right then and there if it hit the wall, I had to be busting it. So luckily T-Dub scored, and then we got the walk off in the 9th or the 10th.
Mike, you at this stage of the tournament, to get 6 2/3 by Andrew, the way he gutted that out, how impressed were you with the way he performed tonight?
He kept impressing us because we were ready to possibly make a move in the 4th, but he got out of the 4th and then pitched a good 5th, and he kept battling. Not to speak for him, but I'm sure there were some pitches that he made that he wished he had back. But that's what is so encouraging, because he now has pitched in a regional tournament, and it's going to do nothing but help him in the future when he's out there on the mound.
Andrew, what happened after that, the 4th inning? Because it did seem like you got a lot more comfortable and confident out there.
Yeah, I just figured a couple things out mentally, and then coach came out there and talked to me and just said, you've worked all year for this pretty much, and you just need to be ready to go, just go out there and attack guys. And I think after that, it just clicked and I had confidence and I was just going right at guys. But I mean, it's just a testament to everybody on this team. Just after this year, we've been through, I mean, the highs and the lows. And you start out practice at fall ball and you're, playing in 100 degrees and you're gutting it out for days like this when it's all on the line. And then, good teams come through.
Mike, Andrew just mentioned kind of the highs and lows, the roller coaster the season's been, especially over the last couple of weeks. So those last 2 innings, are those almost a microcosm of the season as a whole and the hills and the valleys that all you've been through?
Pretty good analogy. I would say that what hurts us as coaches is our young men not getting a chance to play because of injury. Happened to Andrew a couple of years ago when he had the wreck. Happened to Dylan 8, 9 games this year when he had everything from the back to had the operation, had the surgery in the off season. So I just hate that for a young man. To see them have moments like this is what it's all about. That's what we as coaches enjoy as much as anything.
Coach, do you know who you get for tomorrow?
I really don't know if Coach Butch is needing to know. We just know it's going to be a right-hander.
Dylan, a game like that, you guys won it, obviously, so that's positive, but was it just fun to play a game like that? The competition seemed just electric the whole game.
Yeah, it's more fun winning like 10-0. I mean, you get to have a lot more fun, get to relax a lot more. But no, going back and forth like that, I mean, big inning, first, second inning, big inning, and then it kind of hit rock bottom almost, it seemed like, and then just had that faith and trust in one another and going to pass that bat on to the next guy. And I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's fun to do. I mean, you'd rather win by 10 though.
Did you, the shot to center, did you think it might get out?
No. I had a chance, but I knew no wind's blowing, and I lost about 20 pounds today, so I did not think it was going.
Dylan, you look at, I mean, it's easy from the other side of things, from the Auburn side of things, to see it's hard to kind of, you got to center again, restabilize for another game tomorrow after losing one like that. But it's kind of true of winning too, isn't it? Of having to come off all the adrenaline, recenter, and be ready for another game tomorrow where it's 0-0 at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I think tomorrow is, 50-50. I mean, whoever, it's like going out and playing every day. I mean, it's not like they have the advantage or we have the advantage. We're going out and playing a baseball game, and the best team's going to win. So, I mean, if we come out and have the same energy and focus we had tonight, there's no doubt I see us winning every inning.
Coach, you mentioned that you wish that you had a week to celebrate this victory, but obviously you don't. How do you gather your team and coaching staff to prepare for another really tough game tomorrow?
That one is real easy because we have a bunch of winners on our team. They're looking forward to competing. There's no so-called false confidence. Confidence is something that can be described in many ways. We have guys that want to compete, that want to get out there and get after it. We knew all along that game was a long way from being over. It's baseball. For both teams to be within one strike of winning, it's an amazing game that we all just witnessed. Tomorrow, everything's square. 24 hours or less. I hope it ain't 24 hours. The next time we get together, everything can be changed. That's what this sport produces. And we're all at this table, and many of you in here appreciate this great game because of what it can provide for you.
Well, you kind of mentioned some of the highs and lows this season. Just some of the big things that have happened, some of the rough things that have happened, is it almost fitting that it would come down to a winner-take-all game 7?
Well, I don't know if fitting would be a word that I would use. I would just say it doesn't surprise me. I think that's the only thing I can say on that one. I'm not surprised. Auburn's a very good baseball team, and tomorrow it's an even field. They showed what they're all about tonight. We happened to get a fortunate break there at the end. But like I said, what a game we played.
2 more questions.
And it was a long day for everybody. Cal, the job he did behind the plate.
Man, I mean, he's a trooper. A guy comes out every day, works his tail off. I mean, I think he's probably caught every game this year. And I mean, for him to do that, I mean, it's just incredible. My dad was a catcher back in the day. He talks about it all the time. He's like, there's no way, man. Cal just does it every day, and he never complains. That's a big thing. So he never complains about it. He just does it.
Dylan, 2 weeks ago, you guys are on the brink of maybe not making the postseason when you head to Louisville. You guys dropped the game on Friday. What is it about this team with the backs against the wall that just brings out a different focus level?
You know, I like to think we bring the same focus every day. It's just, I mean, stuff goes your way, stuff doesn't go your way, but I mean, this team has fun. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, having fun every day you come out, and I mean, it's when you're having fun, you play better. Everybody's happier, and I mean, it's fun. So all I can say was we're having fun right now.
All right. Thanks, guys.